EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Albert Rosas on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Rosa set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Go ahead.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Leon Jacobs.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick up a 3.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
21.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. But so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a run with Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Mack. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
65.
Garoppolo. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Returnable here for Davis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They just got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again is Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the wing blocker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Mack, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Catch made here by Campbell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he'll find Portman. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Tavecchio set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Returnable here for Davis. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to overtake in the second half. But There's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 180.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Campbell making the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Don't give him up.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now the timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Returnable here for Davis. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw, it's Garoppolo. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The lefty to Vecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded in the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Let's go.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 5. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll run here with Mack. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a carry from Mack. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Mack. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Second and 6 from the 10. Out of Wisconsin, this is Jonathan Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Matt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Giorgio Tavecchio on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Watson on 1st down. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Down Texans.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. They'll go again here with Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to third and
The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag along the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
We always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Duke Riley on the tackle. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but